Hey everyone, and welcome back to In Focus with Ken Clough Photography. I'm Ken, and today we're diving into a topic that's at the core of every wedding I shoot: the art of capturing candid versus posed moments, and more importantly, how the two work together to tell a couple's story. Whether you're knee-deep in wedding planning or just starting to think about your photography vibe, understanding the balance between these styles will help you choose a photographer who truly brings your vision to life. Let's start with the pose shots, traditional and timeless images. You know the one. Everyone looking at the camera, standing just right, smiles in place, the kind of photos you've probably seen in family albums since you were a kid. These shots are classic for a reason. They create a lasting visual record of people who were there to support you on your wedding day, your parents, grandparents, siblings, and best friends. They're the photos you want to frame, gift, and pass down. And truthfully, as much as photography trends change, these formal portraits are often the ones that are most requested by family members, especially parents and grandparents. They carry emotional weight. They anchor your album in tradition. They're the ones Grandma puts on her mantle, and they still matter big time. But here's the shift we've seen over the last several years. More and more couples are saying, we want our photos to feel like us. That's where the candid and editorial wedding photography comes in. These moments are raw, real, and completely unplanned. They are the joyful laugh during a toast, the tear just before you walk down the aisle, or a stolen kiss during cocktail hour where no one's watching. They're photos of how it felt to live through those moments. Editorial-style photography takes that candid energy and gives it an elevated aesthetic, like something out of a magazine, but still natural. It's that cinematic golden hour stroll where you're not looking at the camera, but are lost in each other. It's artistic, emotional, and deeply personal. Think of it as storytelling with style. Now, here's the key takeaway. You don't have to choose. You shouldn't have to pick between the traditional and modern, between posed and editorial. The best wedding photography brings them all together. As a photographer, my job is to blend these styles seamlessly. Moving from directing poses with grace and efficiency to becoming invisible during emotional, spontaneous moments. You deserve someone who can deliver it all without missing a beat. And this brings us to something I talk about often with my clients: visual storytelling. Visual storytelling is the heartbeat of your wedding album. It's more than a set of pretty images. It's the narrative of your day, told through the moments that matter. It's about capturing not just how everything looked, but what the day meant to you. Think of it like this. The pose shot with your parents is the prologue. The intimate glance during your vows, the turning point. The wild dance floor moment with your college friends, that's part of the climax. And the quiet, exhausted embrace at the end of the night, that's your epilogue. Each photo, whether posed or candid, plays a role in telling the complete story of your love and your wedding day. It's the contrast between the formal and the spontaneous that makes it feel real, emotional, and unforgettable. So when you look back at your photos in 5, 10, or 20 years, it won't just be about the dress or the flowers. It'll be about the moments that made the day yours, because your story deserves to be told in a way that's as full and vibrant as the day itself. If you're planning a wedding right now, my best advice is this. Choose a photographer who gets this balance. Someone who can direct the big group shots with confidence, but also fades in the background to capture your genuine joy, your emotion, and your chemistry. You don't have to compromise on style. You can have the timeless and the trendy, the posed and the perfectly imperfect. Well, that wraps it up for now. Thanks so much for tuning in to this episode of In Focus with Ken Clough Photography. If this resonated with you, feel free to share it with someone who's planning a wedding or thinking about photography. And make sure to follow along on Instagram for inspiration, behind the scenes peeks, and a whole lot of love. Until next time, keep capturing those beautiful moments.